Guys, I've had an absolute mare. It's been a disaster. I have recorded 2 videos and spent about 2.5 hours recording. And it's the first time I've done that without checking my sound first. Because I always do it. Always check my sound. Today I didn't. I didn't notice at all that my microphone was muted the whole time. Like literally the whole time. I didn't even like get to the point where I played it. I unplugged my lighting, put it away, moved my microphone and went to unplug that. And then I thought, I didn't check it. I didn't check my sound. I didn't check that it was recording properly. I didn't check any of that. And that's when I had that moment where I was like, I have just done a whole unboxing video without sound. I can't re-unbox something I've unboxed. Guys, what the hell? And then the second video, which is what I'm doing now, after I've calmed down, I'm redoing now, which wasn't as long, so that's why I'm doing it now. And because it's World Book Day, and that's what the video is about. So we're gonna forget about the unboxing video for now. I think I can't re-film that. So I might have to voice over an unboxing video, which is gonna be ridiculous, but what can I do? Let's move forward from that, and I want to say happy World Book Day. I bloody love World Book Day. I love reading, I love books, I love listening to audiobooks, I love the library, I love bookshops. So this day is always so fun for me. So this is something that I've actually wanted to do for a little while. I've wanted to do like maybe some book recommendations that might help you guys. So I love fiction, I love biographies, I love horror, I love true crime, I love self-help books. Now, the problem with self-help books is most of them are rubbish. A lot of them are just the same thing worded differently, or very, very old tips and tricks that we all know. So I like finding ones that are different, that maybe you're different, maybe you like the ones that are more like psychologically based, or more like CBT, or more mindfulness and breathing exercises and all those sort of things, and they are helpful, and I have learnt some really good tips through therapy that has given me the same tips that these books might give you, and also from things that I've read. But I find, for me personally, sorry, my camera is going mental, focusing and unfocusing, and we're going to ignore that because I no, I'm not starting again. I'm not starting again. So moving forward, ignore that. Today is not the day. So for me personally, I really like books written by normal people, whether they're celebrities or normal people or whoever, but have experienced mental illness in some way or another, whether it's addiction, depression, anxiety, eating disorders, any of the above. I prefer reading that because I think when you have that, you have an insight into what they were going through and what helped them and what didn't help them. Sometimes it's a lot of trial and error for them as well. So today I want to talk about one of the most helpful books that I've ever read when it comes to mental health and self-help and all that lot, and it is a book by Beth McColl, and it is called How to Come Alive Again, A Guide to Killing Your Monsters. Now, I read this, I didn't read it, I listened to it. This was during lockdown. So I had no idea who Beth McColl was. I'd never heard of her book. But but I have an app called BorrowBox. I think it's a library-based app where you can access free audiobooks and ebooks, and they are delivered to your phone through the app. It's a free service. I think most libraries do this, so I highly recommend you looking into that. I was browsing the app during the first lockdown. I had been struggling, well, I've struggled with depression since I was about 15, and then anxiety in the last 7 years. So I currently, my diagnosis at the moment is generalised anxiety disorder and chronic depression. I've also struggled with other things, but these are the main ones, and this is what affects me now. So during the first lockdown, or leading up to the first lockdown, I was struggling a lot. My anxiety was through the roof. My depression was getting me down so much. And I think what didn't help was the fact that the pandemic was heading our way. We didn't know what was happening. I didn't understand it. I just knew it was bad. I knew people were dying. I was seeing all this stuff in the news, you know, bodies on the floor, people in hospital, and it was, as it was with most people, it was terrifying. And I didn't know how to cope, and I was stressed, and you know, so I went to the doctor and I said, I'm really not coping. I'm on a medication. I'm on venlafaxine, which helps to a point. And they said, right, we'll sign you off from work. Relax. Try and relax. And what I did was I tried to relax. And I did this by hanging out with my child, playing games. We were playing Bug Bingo, which is brilliant, by the way. And I was playing Animal Crossing, which was a great. I found it very, very helpful to be looking at this nice little perfect life. There, disappearing into that for a little while. Ignore reality for a bit. It's great escapism. And what I also was doing was reading a lot. I really enjoy reading, and I was reading all sorts of like fiction. And then one day I was on BorrowBox and I came across How to Come Alive Again by Beth McColl. And I read the synopsis and I was like, let's give it a go. So I downloaded it, I started listening to it, and instantly I knew it was going to help. She's an English writer who experiences, or has experienced, and I think is currently still experiencing mental health issues, as well as normal life. And she writes honestly about her experiences, what helped her, what didn't, and it's kind of, there's a lot of humour as well, which I think is quite refreshing, because sometimes you do just have to laugh at what the hell you're doing and what's going on. And it's so honest and so relatable in a non-patronising way. Like, I find a lot of these self-help books quite patronising, or they just rehash the same thing over and over, just in different words. But there was something different about it, and I loved it, and I took so much from it. And I now follow her on like Twitter and Instagram, because she's just amazing. She's so funny, it's so nice, so relatable. But it's one of the main things that really, really did help me. In the end, I was signed off work for 3 months. You know, I was already struggling, and then with the pandemic, I just couldn't cope. And I couldn't get my head around anything. And also, as we went into lockdown, it was literally a couple of days before we went into lockdown, my nan passed away suddenly. And I just couldn't cope. I could not cope at all. And I normally stream on Twitch, or I used to stream on Twitch quite a lot, and I couldn't do that. I came off social media completely. I took a break from streaming. I took a break from Discord, Twitter, everything. And eventually, over time, I did come back to things. I still haven't streamed very much, but I have found that making YouTube videos gives me the same sort of outlet that I have through streaming, but without the overwhelmingness, and I can take my time because I do get very, very tired because I do have hypothyroidism as well, which doesn't help. But I am going to be starting streaming again. I need to just do it. I need to push myself to do it. I love doing it. I love the interactions with people, and I think it does me the world of good. So I will be back soon-ish. So I'm going to read you the synopsis. So it says, it doesn't matter that you've lived in shadows, that you've slept through years of your life, that you've done things you're ashamed to admit, even to yourself. It doesn't matter that you're an anxious, depressed, spaghetti-brained mess with a shouty monster brain that keeps you from conforming to society's definition of normal. Beth McColl has been there. Sometimes she still is there. But in this book, she shares what's worked for her and what hasn't, what's gotten her in trouble, and then back out of it again. And what she wishes she had known from the start. How to get through a bad day, questions to ask your doctor, the truth about medication, ways to practice self-care and mindfulness, what to expect from a partner, how to forgive your past self, and so much more. How to Come Alive Again is a relatable, honest, at times joyous, and above all practical guide for anyone who has a mental illness or anyone who knows and loves someone who has. It's the basics for mending your life, accepting yourself, changing what doesn't work, killing the worst of it, and learning to live again. So it covers a whole range of basically life with a mental illness, and it was so helpful to me. It made such a difference to my frame of mind and to how I approached things. And I think a lot of it is very, very, very important. For example, there's been times where I have been put on new medication, I've tried therapy, and then I feel like, well, I've done these things and I still feel rubbish, but I thought that was as much as the doctors can offer me. But to have this sort of book, it shows that there are other options, there are other things you can look into, and questions to ask while you're there, because sometimes you go to the doctors and you're like so overwhelmed because it is a daunting situation to be in. But yeah, I highly recommend this book for anyone who has mental illness, or for anyone who knows someone that does. It's a great insight to Beth McColl's situation, and a lot of it is similar or the same as to what other people experience. So I highly recommend it. I really hope that you do take something from that, whether you buy it on Amazon or go to the bookshop or you go to the library or you download it on Audible or something like BorrowBox. I think it's a really, really good book, and I highly recommend it, and I will probably end up reading it again at some point. I'm really confused now because I know certain things that I said in one video and probably not the other, and vice versa. So I'm just going to leave it here. But yeah, I really hope you have a lovely World Book Day, and I really hope you have a lovely week and weekend, and I hope that you're happy and that you're doing the best that you can, because that's all we ask for. And I will probably do another video like this soon, because I read a book called Stuff That Sucks, and then there's something else after, but I can't remember what it is, and I've been wanting to share that with you guys for ages, because I haven't been on here very much, and I'm still sticking to the changes that I want to make and the things that I want to do and the life and the person that I want to be, but I've been doing it off camera for various reasons. Like I said, I've got hypothyroidism, so a lot of time I'm very, very tired. I haven't had the time or the energy to make videos as much as I'd like to. There's always stuff that needs doing, usually housework, because usually when I have energy I have to catch up on that. So I'm hoping that I will now be able to do more videos. Because of the hypothyroidism, I don't work Mondays anymore, which will give me a chance to catch up on things, hopefully, and I'll be able to do more regular videos, and I'll be able to stream more, and I'll keep you updated on that. There are other videos that I've started recording and I need to finish, things that I need to edit and stuff like that, which I will be doing soon, I promise. And anyway, I'm gonna go have a nap because it's been one of those days. But yeah, have a lovely day, and I really, really hope that you like this video. Let me know in the comments, one, if you've read the book, or if you do read it, and let me know how you get on. And also, if you recommend any self-help books or any books that have helped you, it might not even be a self-help book, it might be a biography or something else, but please let me know. I'm always looking for more information. And yeah, I will catch you all soon, and I love you, and have a brilliant day. Please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you soon.